Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopo. The breaking news right now. New details tonight in the death of Hayden Panettiere, the 36-year-old found in cardiac arrest by first responders, what authorities are saying tonight. Also tonight, Hawaii hammered by Hurricane Lala, nearly 4 feet of rain and winds as high as 85 miles an hour. Also, a week of torrential rain leaves 10 people dead across Indiana, Ohio, and West Virginia. The flood threat not yet over. The defense takes its turn at the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy, calling her mother and sister to the stand. And a massive fire tears through a natural gas facility in Oklahoma, forcing families from their homes. A 63-year-old woman mysteriously disappears in Las Vegas, her family receiving demands for Bitcoin from her phone. And a family looking for seashells makes a prehistoric discovery. What was it?
From CBS News headquarters in New York, this is the CBS Evening News with Tony DeCopo.
And good evening. We begin tonight with late developments in the death of Hayden Panettiere, the young actor and mother, the former child star on Guiding Light. She also had breakout roles in Heroes in Nashville, and she told the story of her life in a best-selling memoir out just this past spring. Her battles with addiction were also very public, but she had seemed to turn a corner in recent months. And now this. With no signs of foul play or trauma, authorities say the investigation is just getting started. Here's CBS senior national correspondent Mark Strassman with what we know.
Cardiac arrest, minute 29 responding.
South Carolina EMTs got the call. A 36-year-old woman found unconscious in an apartment.
CPR is in progress.
On camera and off, Hayden Panettiere could break hearts or melt them.
I wanted the Hall of Fame real bad.
She was a 10-year-old scene stealer in Remember the Titans.
I'm okay.
In Heroes, her character Claire Bennett's superpower, regeneratively healing her own injuries.
What did he mean I was special? Different? What was he talking about?
Panettiere also played a troubled country star in Nashville.
My life, and she's not going to take this. Not when I have fought this hard to get here.
Her character's demons mirrored her own. She admitted numbing herself with alcohol, drinking so much, doctors warned she could be dead in 5 years.
I had spent so many years trying to hide as much of my life as I could.
Back in May, she talked with our Gail King about her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning. It chronicles her life of addiction, domestic violence, and postpartum depression.
There I am with this beautiful, healthy, beautiful baby girl in this very fortunate life, and I could not for the life of me be happy.
Hollywood's grieving today. Viola Davis, I wish the world had more time with you. Nashville co-star Connie Britton, I love you, girl. Sleep easy now. And yet just 3 months ago, her demons seemed quieter.
And how are you today?
I'm still working on myself all the time. I've got a great therapist, and I'm better, healthier than I've been in a long time.
The investigation continues, but a preliminary autopsy was finished today. No signs of trauma, and police say no signs of foul play. Her father released a statement that read in part, she was an incredible light who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her. Tony?
That she was. Mark, thank you. We turn now to extreme weather on 2 fronts tonight. Hawaii in the aftermath of Hurricane Lala and that deadly flooding in the Midwest. We have reports from both storm zones tonight, beginning with our Jonathan Vigliotti.
The boulders that were coming down were so heavy they were like shaking the ground.
For Alice Birnbaum, we were the first people she's seen from outside her community, Waiohinu, since Hurricane Lala hit.
We need water, people need propane, people need gas, people need food.
A mudslide swept through the small town on Hawaii's southern point, destroying around a dozen homes. The eye of Lala passed just 30 miles off the Big Island's coast. Wind gusts reached over 80 miles per hour, but it was the rain, more than 3 feet in some places, that caused catastrophe. Bridges have been washed away and several communities are cut off entirely. And without emergency services coming to help, residents in Waiohinu have been forced to rely on each other.
You need help. This is a cemetery over here. There's Evie. There are caskets down the road. It's like really, yeah, sorry.
And one person tells me a family, including a young child, barely made it out of their home before it was washed away. Tonight, tens of thousands of people still without power. The roads impassable here as the true toll of this storm, the destruction it caused, coming into focus tonight. Tony.
Jonathan, thank you. And for days now, we've been reporting on heavy storm damage in the Midwest, including at least 10 deaths blamed on the weather in Indiana, Ohio, and West Virginia. Our Tom Hansen is there tonight in central Indiana, which has seen historic flooding.
Indiana can't catch a break as flooding continues to inundate parts of the central and southern regions of the state. So far, more than a foot of rain has fallen over the past week, leading to the worst flooding in more than 100 years. In Noblesville, just north of Indianapolis, the White River crested at its highest level ever, just below 25 feet, sending torrents of floodwater crashing through the town. Across the state, more than 100,000 people are still without power, including Thomas Davis, who had to be rescued from rising water around his home.
The front yard was all underwater. That was all underwater.
Officials say at least 7 people died in Indiana in storm-related incidents, including 58-year-old Stephanie Jo Sally, when floodwaters swept her car off the road. And Tony, take a look behind me. The surging river water is so powerful, it is causing this bridge to partially collapse. Authorities believe the bridge could completely fall into the river at some point soon, and the mayor here believes that the damage to this community alone could top at least $1 billion, Tony.
Tom, thank you very much. To other news tonight, 2 fraternities at Penn State University are at the center of a highly profitable cocaine ring, according to state prosecutors, who say the drugs were cut and packaged right there in the frat houses, sometimes by pledges. Among those charged, 13 current and former students and 1 student's father. More now from CBS's Michael George.
Investigators say all but 1 of the 14 charged were Penn State students at the time of the alleged criminal conduct. Pennsylvania's Attorney General Dave Sunday says the drug operation was run inside 2 fraternity houses in 2023 and 2024.
Cocaine was primarily packaged at the fraternity houses, and in fact, we found a pattern of events that showed cutting and bagging cocaine was, for some pledges, an indoctrination into the Delta Upsilon and Sigma Chi fraternities.
Authorities say the 2 main dealers were senior members of the fraternities.
Agostino Abatiello was at the very top of the chain. Thomas Robinson was a rung below that on the ladder.
According to the criminal complaint, the drugs were sold at parties and other college social events. One defendant is accused of buying more than 5 pounds of cocaine in a 9-month period. 6 defendants are facing felony charges. 8 others are charged with misdemeanors. Penn State says it's placing Delta Upsilon on interim suspension pending an investigation. It says Sigma Chi isn't recognized by the university.
The packaging happened at off-campus fraternity houses.
And there was 1 non-student charged. Paul Robinson, the father of one of the suspects. Authorities say he concealed evidence, including a safe containing drugs and cash. Tony?
Michael George, thank you. We turn to Oklahoma now, where lightning struck a tank filled with natural gas south of Tulsa, and that is trouble. It sparked a massive fire that spread to other tanks around it. Our Jason Allen now with late developments.
This stunning video shows the moment gray skies turned bright yellow just south of Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lightning strike is believed to have caused these liquefied natural gas tanks to explode.
You advise there's possibly 2 tanks on fire now. We're going to have 2 diluent tanks on fire fully involved.
Firefighters battled the flames for hours. The towering plumes of black smoke could be seen from 15 miles away in Tulsa. Fire officials issued a shelter-in-place order for schools and voluntary evacuations for people in nearby homes and businesses.
When it exploded, actually the roof of the tank came off. It was enough that it shook the building right here.
You can clearly see that roof flying into the sky in this video. There have been no reports of injuries.
And one of those tanks is still burning tonight, could continue to burn for several hours. Most of the evacuation orders at this point have been lifted. And despite all of that smoke, officials who have been monitoring the air quality say there are no health concerns from that tonight. Tony?
Jason, thank you. The defense began its work today in the case of Lindsay Clancy, the Massachusetts woman on trial for killing her 3 children. She has admitted to doing it, but her lawyers argue she should not be held criminally responsible because of her own postpartum psychosis. And today they put her mother and sister on the stand. Our Chanel Call with the latest.
I loved my grandchildren with all my heart.
The defense wasted no time in trying to humanize Lindsay Clancy, calling her mother, Paula Musgrove, to the stand.
I remember her being very nervous. She told us that she had thoughts of harming the children.
Musgrove testified that 3 months before the tragedy, in October of 2022, Clancy texted her this plea for help.
Mom, will you please come up and stay with me for a bit? I'm really sick. Something is wrong.
The emotional testimony comes as prosecutors rest their case. During the first 3 weeks of this trial, jurors heard from more than 70 witnesses, including Patrick Clancy, Lindsay's then-husband.
Cora, shield princesses and baby dolls.
And jurors heard the chilling 911 call Patrick made to police.
Helen's pajamas.
Saw the clothes the children were wearing on their last night, and the exercise bands used to strangle them. CBS News legal analyst Caroline Polisi has been following the case.
Did prosecutors deliver on what they promised jurors during those opening statements?
I don't think they did. They said she was doctor shopping. They said she was engaging in polypharmacy. They said she switched doctors when she didn't like the plan. Jurors don't have to believe beyond a reasonable doubt that she was in a state of psychosis. They just need to think that there could have been a reasonable doubt as to what her state of mind was.
And experts say this could be a bellwether case, testing whether over-medication and postpartum psychosis could legally excuse someone from murder charges. Tony?
Chanel, thank you. 60 days ago, President Trump signed an interim deal with Iran and declared a historic breakthrough toward ending the conflict. But with that deal now expiring, there is no new deal in sight, and oil prices are once again up. The latest now from senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata.
With the Strait of Hormuz still gridlocked and talks deadlocked, President Trump today took aim not at Iran, but longtime U.S. ally Oman, which shares the strait and has been negotiating control of the waterway with the regime. Trump told Fox News, if Oman gets in the way, we'll bomb the expletive out of them.
Would you say you're out of patience with Oman?
No, I don't think they behave very well, but we'd handle them very easily, just like we do others.
Nearly 6 months into the war, Iran threatened to go fully offensive if diplomacy fails. The head of the army offering a $30,000 bounty for the killing or capture of U.S. soldiers. This weekend, the head of Central Command, Admiral Brad Cooper, dropped in on the beleaguered Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier at sea for nearly 9 months. Facing a backlash over supply shortages and the deteriorating mental health of the crew, Cooper dismissed some of the concerns as old news, but admitted in a post that long stretches at sea are uniquely challenging and tough. After the president seemed to dismiss concerns from family members that sailors and Marines had not been on the Lincoln for too long.
No. Not nearly long enough.
Nebraska Republican Don Bacon suggested a more sympathetic approach.
It's better to acknowledge, hey, this is hard on the families, it's hard on the service members. Thank them for being willing to defend our country and doing these 10-month deployments if you're on an aircraft carrier.
There is relief ahead for the Lincoln. It'll be replaced by the George Washington aircraft carrier, now on its way to the Middle East from the South China Sea. And the Lincoln and its crew should return home to San Diego in around 2 to 3 weeks. Tony?
A lot of family waiting. Charlie, thanks. Still ahead, the New York mother who vanished on a trip to Las Vegas and the mysterious messages being sent from her phone. After a 63-year-old woman in Las Vegas didn't return from a trip to the drugstore, her family says they started getting text messages from their family member's own phone. They spoke to our Nicole Valdez, hoping someone out there can help.
A frantic search for a mother missing thousands of miles from home.
I am hoping to God for the best, but my heart can't take what it could be, which is the worst.
It's been more than a week since anyone's seen 63-year-old Elisa Goods, a grandmother of 5. Goods' family says she was visiting a longtime friend in Las Vegas from New York. That friend told her family she left his apartment on August 8th to catch a bus to a nearby CVS, but never came back.
We're at day number 9.
And we still don't know where she is. We still don't know if she's okay.
She was reported missing on August 10th. 4 days later, her family says they started getting these messages from her phone asking for help, gas money, even Bitcoin.
I said, what do you need gas for the car? My aunt does not drive. There is no car. And they said, send it Cash App, Bitcoin. If they have her phone, there's a possibility that they have her. I want to know that she's okay and that she is alive.
Emotional, scared, and desperate for answers, her daughter Kristen is flying to Vegas today.
She is still out there, and we're looking for her. We want her home. We want her back.
Oh, wow. So, Nicole, what are police saying? I mean, where are they in all this?
Well, Tony, they're, of course, asking anyone with information to contact them, but you can clearly tell that her family fears she is in serious danger. They have already checked in with local Vegas hospitals, jails, even the coroner's office there. But so far, nothing. Tony.
Hope for news soon. Nicole, thanks. Up next, some look for shells or crabs on the beach. One family found something a little more prehistoric. We'll explain. In Wales today, a funeral for Bonnie Tyler, that master of the power ballad.
And I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever.
You know the song. It was part of a celebration of life, as they called it, lasting all weekend for the Welsh icon who died in July at the age of 75. And on a visit to the Jersey Shore this month, a father called his son over to reach something unusual between the rocks, and this was it. A giant fossilized tooth from the largest kind of shark ever known, a megalodon, up to 60 feet long and extinct for millions of years now. And a man in L.A. spotted a loose puppy over the weekend that turned out to be a runaway pig. Jamal Harrison, who posted these videos, says the pig juked several would-be rescuers, but is now safe and in West Los Angeles at an animal shelter. If it's yours, you got to go get it. Harrison told us there's a lot of people who love this pig. That's another day in America. I'm Tony DeCopel. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Good night for now.